What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Philip Caduceus. There you go, baby.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cave Side with Christopher James. I am Christopher James, and I am fucking excited to be here tonight, man, with you guys. Tonight's show is brought to you by our friends at Just Heart Apparel. Legacy over ego. Get that shit right. Check them out, Just Heart Apparel, Just Heart Apparel East Coast. My man, Andrew Sams, investing in the show. I love this guy. He's got a lot of good stuff going on, and we're going to have a lot of fun with him. A couple of quick things before we get rolling here on the show tonight. Don't forget that later on tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're coming back, and we're doing another show with UFC welterweight Jeff Hands of Steel Neal. He's going to be joining us to discuss his recent medical scare where, you know, he was facing death and scary, scary, scary stuff. But he's back. He can train now. He's ready to roll. We're going to talk to him about all of it. And he's one of my favorite guys to have on the show. Later on tonight, about 8:30, we're going to have UFC heavyweight Chase Sherman, the Vanilla Gorilla. He was recently suspended by USADA, and that sucks. But we're going to get inside the story and find out all the stuff, timelines and everything, because we want to clear the air, and, that's why we're having him on the show. Now, this next guy, my first guy of the night, this guy's a cool cat. He's like 22, and he calls himself fucking senior. I'm fucking just, what the fuck is that shit? Because he's got some kids, so now he's senior. Like, dude, just and you got the junior. And then later on, after you get like 35, you can call yourself senior. I'm talking shit to him right now, and I see him in the green room. He's laughing. But he came out and did a bare knuckle fight with us at Toe the Line Series 2, October 16th in Plant City, Florida. We were live at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Training Complex located at White Sands in Plant City. And we were live on the BKTV app. If you don't have that app, get that app. It's www.bktvapp.com. You can download on Apple, Android, everywhere. Get the app. It's $3.99 a month. You get all the BKFC content. You get all the Toe the Line content. We're 2 shows into Toe the Line, and we've had a blast. So we're going to welcome our first guest to the show. And if you don't know him, pay attention because he's somebody you're going to want to watch. And the cool thing about this, I'm going to say this now before I bring him, he doesn't just do this by himself. His dad fights bare knuckle too. I had him at bare knuckle or Toe the Line 1. His dad fought Toe the Line 2. He fought. I'm guessing at Toe the Line 3, his little 2-year-old son is going to fight. Junior's going to step in, so it's going to be 3 generations of Tomlinsons. But we're going to welcome him right now. He is the Z-Man, Zion Tomlinson Sr. What's up, homie?
What's up?
Oh, living the dream, man. Having a good day. How are you today? Good day?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fucking outstanding, dude. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I just got some work done on my car today at a Better Than New Collision Center in Altamont Springs. They're the official body shop for my show. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to have an official body shop, but these are my guys. If I need anything fixed, they take me right in. They'll get me in that day. And if it's a small repair, they'll get me in and out the same day. Good people. So before we get rolling into your fight and everything else and your dad being a fighter as well, I always like to, because of the world we live in, the climate we have today, I want to know from you, what was a day in the life of Zion Tomlinson Sr. Like before we hit COVID? And then, so, basically your day of training and how all that works. And then tell me a day in the life since COVID has affected you and your family and like all of us. And let me know what's going on. While you're doing that, I'm going to be checking it out and listening. And I hope you got something interesting to tell me, brother.
Well, before COVID, it was about the same. Training every day, trying to find fights. And then when COVID hit, I definitely couldn't find no fights because of COVID. And now we got to wear all these masks that kill my ears. For that, I'm still in the gym during COVID because I got my own gym in my dad's house.
Right. But what was like, I mean, what was training like, dealing with your kids, doing stuff like that. Tell us about that, the experience you had doing all that stuff before COVID hit us, just a normal day. And then tell us, like, once COVID hit and you really had to make some changes, what those changes were and how they affected you and your family and your fighting career.
Just taking more safety precautions about sanitizing everything and who to be around and when to be around them. But COVID really hasn't messed up my life too much. It's still the same old thing besides the mask and sanitize everything.
Yeah. That's it?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Like, that's boring, dude. Like, fucking, I was expecting some crazy story. I've gotten some crazy stories from some people about how their life was affected. Yours, like, well, I got to wear a mask. If I could.
Mine ain't really changed. I work at Walmart, so I just wear a mask.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Sucks that Walmart ain't open 24 hours again now. This is bullshit, man. Fucking,
It is.
I know they got to keep the stores clean and they got to do all that stuff, but man, open the fucking shit up at 24 hours. I mean, come on. I need to buy some shit at Walmart, and I need to laugh at people in Walmart in the middle of the night, man. That's like a tradition of me and my family, man. I'm missing out.
We close at 10 now, so it's whack.
Slowly it's creeping up. Slowly it's getting there. I can't wait for 24 hours. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying I missed 24-hour Walmart. I mean, that's just fucked up. Because I get pissed every time I go in because I have to check myself out. Look, I don't work there, man. That's y'all's job. So you check me out. I'm going out and grabbing my shit. Fucking bullshit. I don't like self-checkout. And I don't like those automatic floor cleaners that they got with the little camera on front. They're freaking the fuck out. Either. It's funny because I was looking at my Facebook memories today, and there's actually a video I'll put up on my page later so you can see it of me bitching about the fucking floor cleaner. It was like a year ago today or 2 years ago today. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, we put skeletons on them. I let I go around the store.
You should put some like fucking dolls that move or move their head, like Teddy Ruxpin. And have to start talking shit to people, program it so it can. But anyway, well, I'm glad that your life wasn't overly affected by COVID. Most people were, so you're one of the lucky ones. So congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
So why, you've been doing MMA, and you were looking for MMA fights, and the guy you fought this past week, I believe, did you guys fight MMA?
No, he wanted to.
He wanted to fight you in MMA.
He wasn't
amateur
worth my
MMA.
time.
You haven't turned pro yet, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So he wanted to fight you. So there was some history and a little bit of bad blood, I would guess. But what made you decide to go from MMA, which is, an awesome sport? I love MMA. That's how I got my start in all of this. But what made you decide to go from MMA to bare knuckle fighting, taking off the gloves and just getting cracked and cracking motherfuckers?
I couldn't find an MMA fight, so that was there.
That's it? You couldn't find an MMA fight?
I couldn't find an MMA fight.
Bro, man, I get MMA fights all fucking day.
I can't find one. I tell them my name, and then they got no way for me. But MMA fights, I punch them once, and then they just want to wrestle. And I ain't trying to wrestle. I'm trying to fight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you did fight the other night, man, at TTL 2, man. You fucking went out there and put it on. I honestly thought you were going to get a contract. So,
it's my age. I couldn't get him. Dave wants to see me one more time because of my age.
How old are you again? 21, right?
Yeah, 21. I just turned 21.
How many kids you got?
2.
Dude, man, you know what condoms are?
I do.
Do you use them?
I don't.
I don't think so. All right. Well, you're 21 and you already have 2 kids. If you have a third kid before you're 25?
No, sir.
No, listen. Don't tell me no, sir, because you already had to get it twice, man. So I'm just going to tell you, if you have a third kid before you're 25, get the fucking vasectomy, bro, because that means just every time you look at your girl, she's going to get knocked up, dude. And we can't have you running around with 27 kids, dude. You're too young.
And 2, I'm done for now.
That's where you probably said after the first one, I'm done for now, I'm good. And then boom. Zion forgot the Trojan and oops, we having a baby. So
yeah, hurt my pockets.
So tell me about your kid.
I got a daughter and a son. My daughter's about to be 2, and my son's about to be 1. And my daughter enjoys the fights. She can fight. She knows how to punch and kick.
At 2 years old.
At 2 years old.
I guess when daddy and grandpa both fight, I guess she don't have a choice.
Yeah. She knows how to fight. She knows when fights are on. She knows it all.
That's awesome. So you couldn't get an MMA fight, so you decided to do the bare knuckle thing. Who decided bare knuckle first? Was it you or your father?
He it was like when they first put the post out, I commented on the eyes, and they said all pros. And then my dad got on there. He wanted to do it. That's more his wheelhouse, bare knuckle brawling style. And then he couldn't find one because his record. And they finally gave him a chance to toe the line.
Yeah.
Now he got 2 more fights with him. And I decided to do it because I just want to fight.
That's fucking awesome. So, how cool is it for you? Yeah, you and your dad are the first tandem in bare knuckle, first father-son team to do bare knuckle. And granted, that toe the line, but it does lead you to the BKFC ring if you toe the line and do what Dave Feldman is looking for. And you did that the other night. So I'm surprised that you didn't get a contract. But again, with your age, and he wants to see you do it again. But how did you feel in there? Like, because I always tell guys, go, I'm going to do this. And I always tell everyone that's walking into the bare knuckle fighting championship ring or to the toe the line ring, you ain't bare knuckled until you bare knuckled. And there's a different feel in there that I keep trying to explain to people. So give me your interpretation of how you felt the first time homies took a swing at you and made any kind of contact with the bare knuckles. And then the first time you made good, clean contact with him. What was the feel like for you? Because it's definitely different than an MMA fight, definitely different than regular boxing. So what was the feel like? Were you like, this is me? Or were you like, oh shit, I got to fucking finish this guy because I don't like this? Which one?
I felt good when we towed the line. I felt good. I couldn't really establish my range because I'm used to having a glove on. When I found my range, it was all right. And then when you feel every hit, he punched you in my nose started leaking. And then I had to turn up a little bit. And then when I knocked him out when I knocked him out, I seen in his eyes like he was going out. So I went for the finish, and I got it.
Yeah, you did. And I got to announce your name to the crowd as a big old winner, which was awesome. I like when I announce guys that are making their debut in any sport. It's a special moment in time for them, and I get to be a part of their history forever. So for me, it's cool. Watching you do it with your dad, right there by your whoop. Shit be falling down over here. Hang on a second. Oops. Damn. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Sometimes stuff in my studio just decides to fucking behave on its own and do whatever it wants to do and fucking pisses me off. But whatever, that's life, so you just deal with it. But see, I lost train of thought when that thing fell. It scared me. And if you notice behind me, that's the ring we fought in, or you guys fought in. That's the exact picture of the canvas and everything. I did that because I wanted to make you feel at home.
There's more blood spots in there.
Yeah, well, no, this was before the fight started. I took this picture before that. I didn't want to see all the blood spots, because I was a little scared of it all. So as you went in there and you said you felt good, you felt right in there. Do you feel better there than you did in any MMA cage? Did you feel like maybe bare knuckle is really the right spot for you?
Yeah, sort of, kind of. Like I'm good at MMA and stuff, but I ain't trying to wrestle for 5 rounds. I'm more of a striker, so I felt more at home in the bare knuckle, and I knew they couldn't grab me when I hit them. Well, they couldn't take me down when I hit them.
That's right. They can't take you down. Uh-oh. All right. So as we're watching the show here, I got a few people watching right now, and Brian Maxwell, a bare knuckle fighter, he said, Brian Maxwell, Zion Tomlinson Sr., fight me. He's officially calling you out, and he's laughing all the way through it.
Yeah, we train together.
Is there something? So you're not really serious. He don't want to fight you.
Nah, we train together.
He don't want those hands, does he?
He ain't ready.
He ain't ready. So one of my viewers, Forrest Daniels, wants to know, even though you've only done it once, what was your favorite thing about bare knuckle fighting? About fighting bare knuckle?
I couldn't get taken down. I can go in there and fight and not worry about getting taken down or kicked.
Are you not good on the ground?
Oh, I am. Most people overpower me on the ground because I got my grown man.
They overpower you?
I don't got my grown man strength yet, so they take advantage of it.
So because you get overpowered on the ground, so that lends me to say, and no disrespect, but you're not that good on the ground because it isn't all about strength. It's about hips and body movement and everything. So your ground game kind of weak, but your hands are fucking.
It's suspect sometimes.
It's suspect sometimes. Hey,
sometimes.
Listen, people respect when people are honest, and being honest that your ground game is suspect or weak, whichever one you want to call it. Nobody's going to shit on you for that because you're saying, look, this is something, if I'm going to do MMA, I got to continue to work on my ground game, getting my wrestling down, working on my hips, learning how to defend the takedown properly so I don't end up on my back all the time so these motherfuckers don't overpower me. And then or the option of that, the other option for that is to let them take you down, get on your back, and learn how to knock motherfuckers out from your back, like my boy Nico Price did with the hammer fist to Randy Brown. Boom, boom, motherfucker went to sleep.
I tried to do it. My last fight at Cowboy Fight Series. I tried to knock him out on the ground.
Your dad's laughing right now.
Yeah, the bell rung on me. Sorry.
Your dad's laughing at you, and he said your pillow hands, Mr. Softjaw, and he also said you need to do push-ups, son.
I do need to do push-ups.
That's awesome. How cool is it though? Like when you think about it, like I said before, and I don't know if I even got the answer, but that you and your dad are doing this together. I mean, there's a lot of things, fathers and sons want to do, play a little ball together, but never like as pros, because usually the age difference is so far.
Yeah.
In the sport of fighting, however, it does afford this opportunity. So how cool is it that you and your dad are fighting the same sport for the same promotion, and quite possibly you guys might get to fight on the same card the next time, maybe toe the line 4 in December.
Yeah, we're looking at December. I told Nate I'm ready whenever he has an opponent and a weight for me. But it's good. We competition to see who get the quickest knockouts.
Are you staying at 205?
I told Nate I'll fight wherever. I'll take the smartest fight.
Well,
either be 85 or 205.
What's the smartest fight for you as far as body size and weight? What's the best way for you to go?
It just depends on the opponent because everybody's different. You got the sloppy 205s and you got the big guys. I'll take the smartest fight I can get. Particularly harder fight at 85 or 205.
But here's the thing that I'm trying to get to with you is you say you'll take the smartest fight out there. But it doesn't matter about the opponent at this point. It matters for you. So the smartest fight for you is it at 85? Because that's a 20-pound cut from where you just fought.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you walk around at. But did you have to cut weight to make the 203 you made the other night?
Yeah, I had to cut a few pounds.
How many?
17.
All right, so you're walking around at 220.
Yeah, I was fat.
Okay, but if you're walking at 220, right, to get down to 85, that's almost 40 pounds. The next day when you rehydrate, you are not yourself. You are not 100% healthy. Your brain is not fully rehydrated and recovered. So is the smart fight, even though you can get to 185, is the smart way to do it going to 185, or is the smart way to stay at 205 and bulk yourself up a little bit, get that muscle mass on, your grown man strength. And, then you make your cut, 17 pounds down to 205. It's much healthier for you. I mean, weight cutting sucks either way and it's bad for your body. It just is. But that's part of the sport. So you deal with it, you accept it. But for me, and I've been doing this a long time, to me, it seems to me that 205 is your wheelhouse because you'll be closer to your natural strength the next day versus going all the way down to 185 and then ballooning back because you'll get it back to 215, 210 easily. I mean, even cutting to 185, I've watched guys do it. They cut 40 and then they put on 35 in 24 hours.
That's crazy.
And it can't be good for your fighting. So again, is the smart fight or the other thing you could do is walk yourself down and get yourself to walking around at 200 pounds. Then you could either bulk up for 205 or drop the 15 to 185. So
yeah, that's what I usually do. I took the fight until they noticed. That's why I thought I was fat.
I was fat. So do you normally walk it to?
About 210, 205. I usually walk it.
So he's lying right now, guys. That means 210, 205 means 215. So just keep that in mind.
210, 205.
But you looked good in there. You were crisp. There were a couple of moments in the fight where both of you looked a little, and I hate to use this word, but just a little sloppy because it happens so quick.
Yeah.
And I think in most fighters' brains, especially in bare knuckle, sometimes the art form and the technique goes out the window because you're just like, he's trying to kill me, I'm trying to kill him. So and it's not just you guys. I've seen the top guys in the sport, have some sloppy moments in the fight, which we expect because that's what a bare knuckle fight is. It's just kill or be killed. But other than that, did you go back and look at your fight, and what did you think of your performance watching it as let's say a coach? If you were coaching yourself, what would you say to yourself?
I seen some things in there I need to work on. I felt myself brawling with him, and that's why I stepped back out the pocket. I wasn't trying to get in a brawling fest with a dude that small, that small and stocky guy like that. I wasn't trying to get in a brawling match. So I stepped back and found my range again. That's when I set him back. That's when I set him back down for the second time.
Mm-hmm. How'd that feel?
It felt good.
I mean, the contact that you made to drop him. How are your hands feeling? They looking good?
I gotta mess up. My fingers kind of messed up right now, but
show us your hands.
My hands. I can't make a fist on that ring finger, but they're good though.
What about the other hand?
The other hand's great.
Oh, that one looks pretty. Show me, and now show them next to each other so people can make the comparison of the healthy hand versus the one that's not healthy. Yo, you can see it. I mean, you can see it. You can see right on there. As you get up in there, boom, boom. Where's my damn? Right about there. Yeah. You can definitely see the difference, dude. That's crazy. Does it feel all right? I mean, you can't make a full fist, but is it hurting or is it just kind of?
It is hurts when I try to make a fist.
All right.
When I split his forehead, that's what I knew my hand. I know I heard that finger hit when I split his forehead.
All right, you ready? I'm going to ask you the craziest question I've ever asked a fighter on my show. Are you ready? I told you I go sideways sometimes, so you just be careful. So that's your right hand.
It is.
That's your hand. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that kind of luckily, obviously, you're not worried about this anyway because you just go out and do it with no condom and get pregnant anyway. You good?
And no more kids.
No more kids, man. All right, just remind me. All right, so I'm going to say this with everybody watching on the show. If Zion has another kid, I get to be the godfather.
All right, deal.
All right, cool. I'll be a good godfather. I'll show him some good shit. But I have a feeling you'll have another one before you're 23. You just turned 21, 24. You'll have a kid by 24. Third one.
No, sir.
Maybe twins.
Oh no. Two's enough.
Two's a lot. Two's a lot of kids to deal with. My wife and I, we have our daughter. We have a grandson. He's 2, and they're up in Pennsylvania, so we don't get to see him a lot right now. But I see him every day on the phone. We FaceTime with him, and he's so funny, and he's all kinds of energy. And I'm like, I'm so glad that he's not under my feet every day because, oh my God, I can't imagine having 2 little ones, a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old around right now, and at least not at this stage. Because I'm 51, man. I'm like, somebody give that kid something to take a nap,
You got some melatonin?
Whatever works, man. A little rum on the gum. Oh, well, I don't know if he's laughing at me because I said before he turned 23, but TC Coombs says before he turned 23.
Man,
and
no more kids.
Who's Ashley Burgess?
That's TC's wife.
She said it's going to happen too, man. All your friends have no faith in you being able to not knock this girl up. So maybe we'll start a betting pool and we'll take odds and we'll see when will Zion become dad for the third time.
I'm done.
Guys, you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James. We are live tonight from the Cage Side with Christopher James studios. This show is presented by our friends at Just Heart Apparel. It's legacy over ego. Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast. Make sure you check them out. And I am talking with Toe the Line fighter, Mr. Zion Tomlinson Sr. I know he doesn't look like a senior, right? I look like a senior, and I'm not even a senior. He won his bare knuckle debut October 16th in Plant City. If you missed it, you can watch the replay on the BKTV app, www.bktvapp.com. Get that shit, because if you don't have that shit, are you really a fight fan? So I'm just throwing it out there. TC, I'm in with you, dude. We're going to start a pool. We're going to get everybody at your gym in. We're going to all go like, $20 a man, and we're going to pick a date. We're not going to tell Zion when that date is. We'll all pick our date. We'll keep it secret, and we'll just roll from there. So, and whoever wins, if we get a lot of people, half the money will go to the person that gets closest, and the other half will go to Zion diapers for the new baby. So we'll do that. Ashley wants to know who you're calling out.
I got a few guys of mine, but I ain't trying to call nobody out yet. Yeah, I'll wait till I
You
get
got
to
a few guys in
BKFC.
mind, dude. This is the time. Call a motherfucker out, bro. Don't be scared.
Mr. Doolittle at 85, and Mr. Cummins at 205, or Casper Cabo at 205.
T
Call me
coming?
up. T Cummins at
Yeah.
205,
All
or
right,
Casper Cabo at 205.
All right. So out of all the ones you're mentioning, which one is the one you want first?
It doesn't matter. They
It
all
does
got.
matter.
They
You got a list. Come on, man.
They all got O's that need to go.
Right. So which one first, though? I mean, tell me if you get to pick. If Nate Shook calls you up tomorrow and says, "These are your three guys, three options. Which one do you want?" And I'm going to give it to you. Which one are you picking first?
Probably Caldwell.
All right.
Casper Caldwell. Yeah. He's not very humble. He needs to be humbled.
Ah, I like that. Now we were just sitting there laughing. Then when you start talking about this guy needs to be humbled, you went all serious. You went, this guy needs to be humbled, like almost in a scary psychopathic type of tone of voice. Your dad says no. 4 grandkids is enough.
Yeah, my brother got 2.
Oh man, Dad, it's your fault, man. It's all your fault, Kane. Because how old was your dad when he had you? Because how old was your dad?
47, 46.
He was a little bit younger. So, and how old is your brother?
19. No, 20. He's 20.
And he got 2 already?
Yeah, he's 20.
The fuck are you Tomlinson boys game? What you doing? What you let these boys do? Lock them in the wrestling room. If you were Kane, we're gonna have to talk, Kane. We're gonna have to talk, man. Have you gotten a lot of pop from people like your friends? Has anybody messaged you since seeing your fight that you didn't know that was impressed with watching your show on the app? Get any new fans?
Yeah, I got a lot of people messaging me that I ain't know that really follow me, and I got a whole bunch of likes on my picture and stuff. That's the most I got. And,
the one with me in it? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. You was in the background.
Your brother fights too?
He does. He's an Amy. Yeah, he's Amy. Yeah.
Is he going to be the third Tomlinson to step in and toe the line?
Yeah, he probably will.
I love it, man. The Fighting Tomlinson trio. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking good shit, man. So the fight thing for you has been something you've been doing for a long time. I'm guessing, with your dad fighting and everything. So this kind of been.
I first fought at 15.
So this has been bred into you. So this is who you are. Now you said you have a regular job. You work at Walmart.
Yeah.
How long do you want to continue to do that before you can? When do you think is legitimately going to be the time that you'll be able to maybe stop doing that and do full-time fighting, making full-time fighter money, so you don't have to go to Walmart and deal with
hopefully the next year or two. Depends on how my career takes me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Are we happy with the paycheck?
It was the highest I could found for a debut.
Nice, man. Well, congratulations, dude. I'm glad you made a little bit of cheddar. I'm glad you got the attention of David Feldman, the president of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, who attends these Toe the Line events, because he's looking for talent. And
I'm the youngest on the roster. So.
Ashley said that you're never going to make pro full-time fighter and quit Walmart if you don't stop making kids.
Baby business is down.
The baby business is down right now. Fight business going up.
Yes, sir.
You got to turn up in this motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. What would you say right now to your dad? I know, and he's listening because he comments, so I know he's watching and listening. What would you say to your dad right now that you've finally become a pro, and this is your path? I'm sure there were some days where he was training you and you didn't like it, but now you're here. I'm just being real, right? So what would you say to your dad? What would you want to say to your dad right now about how you feel about fighting and, what you got from him to get you here, and if you want to tell him to go fuck himself, that's cool. That's family. I don't care. But, if you guys are going to fight, I want the video. That's all I'm saying.
I would say thanks for all the time you dropped work to come corner me and help me train and stuff. Because every fight he been he cornered me on some of the last minute fights. He was always there to corner me.
Yeah. what would you say to him about some of the training he put you through to get you here?
I
You want
needed
to talk a little shit? You want to be like,
I needed
that
it.
was rough.
I needed it.
You needed it. But that's good, man.
Yeah.
You seem like a very disciplined young man. Like I said, you're raising 2 kids at such a young age, and your brother's raising 2 kids at an even younger age. I'm gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to get him on the show. I don't care about his fight. I'm just gonna say, what the fuck are you doing, Junior? Stop it.
Yeah, K9, he's junior too. So
Oh man. So he's
the junior.
Kane Junior.
Yeah.
And you're Zion. I like that. Hold on 1 second here. I gotta resend this link.
There you go.
Yeah, hang on a second here. Copy the clipboard. All right. My next guest is having a problem loading in. I was like, here's the link. Try it again. Son of a bitch.
I had no problems. I just
He always
clicked the
got a
link.
problem with his phone. He's like the most technologically deficient man I know, but he's one of the funniest fucking dudes I know. Chase Sherman is going to be coming on in a minute. Last thing I want to ask you before we get into some of the fun stuff I told you I was going to do at the end of the show. Will you still work on MMA, and if the right opportunity presents itself, become pro in the MMA world as well?
I will. I'm still training everything, so I'm ready. I'm ready whenever. There's gotta take it up with Nate because I'm contracted to still to fight bare knuckle. So.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying. I mean, you're on a 3-fight deal right now, so boom, boom, boom. All right, there's my dude. He got in. All right, so Chase, stand by right there, brother. So Zion, before I let you go, there's 2 things we're going to do. First, we're going to have you pop all your social media. So give everybody the information where to follow you on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that shit. If you keep up with it. If you don't keep up with it, don't waste their time because it's pointless. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, follow me on Instagram at Zion Thompson Senior 540, and on Facebook at Zion Thompson Senior.
That's it. No Twitter.
No Twitter.
No Snapchat.
I got Snapchat, but I ain't too fond of putting everything on Snapchat.
I got you. I feel you. All right. So the last thing, it's time. I told you before the show in the green room that you're going to have to do a little singing for us tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, here he is making his singing debut the week after he makes his professional bare knuckle debut. The Z-Man, Zion Tomlinson.
What do you want to sing?
Whatever you want, bro. It's your choice. It's your song. I don't care if you sing a TV show song or your favorite rap song, your favorite country song, the pledge, the national anthem, whatever the fuck you want to sing. And you don't have to sing the whole song, but you got to give me a good verse.
All right. I got to think for a second. I don't know songs.
You know songs, motherfucker. Stop that shit. You had all the time to think about it. Stop it.
See, I thought you were joking.
No, I wasn't joking, bro. Dude, look. Right here, my boy Forrest, man. I'm telling you, people tune into my show for this specific moment when fighters come on for the first time. And any other time after this that you come on, you don't have to sing, but this one you have to. So let it rip.
All right. Appreciate it, Joe. I can see you pledge allegiance.
What?
The Pledge of Allegiance.
No, that's not singing. I pledge allegiance. Now, come on, man. Sing something, man. Even if you sing happy birthday to you to somebody, I don't give a fuck, but it's got to be sing. You have to have musical flow to it.
All right, it'll be your early birthday. All right, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Chris. Happy birthday to you.
That's weak. I'm going to let you slide on that, but that's weak ass shit. It's so funny. You guys are all badass motherfuckers, and then somebody tells you to sing, and you just fall apart. You become all soft and wishy-washy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell people, hey, you want to beat Zion in a fight? Go up to him and tell him to sing. Joe Elmore said the same thing. He goes, that was weak, dude.
That's the best I can do. My voice is gone.
There it is. He said, I'm with you. Oh, hey, they want you to rap.
I don't rap.
All right. Well, listen, Zion, thank you so much for taking the time with us tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. We'll get him back on TC and make him sing again, I promise. Now, next time you come on, since everybody said you failed that, you have to sing again the next time to work on a song. But we're going to let you jump out. God bless you and your family. That means your kid, your niece and nephews, your dad, and all the other little Tomlinsons running around. The Fighting Tomlinson family. Thank you so much for taking the time, man. Honored to announce your name the other night, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace out, brother.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and click out, and you good. And we're gonna bring out my next guest. He's gonna be coming in here in just a second. I got to do a magic switch into. Well, I have to switch to the studio, so you guys stand by for 1 second, and while you're doing that, watch this.
Hi guys, I'm Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Heavyweight Fighter Mark Godbeer, and you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
And we're back. Oh my gosh! And look, man, we went from toe of the line. We went to I'm coming, Chase. I'm coming, bro. We went from toe of the line in Plant City, and now we're at the Apex in Las Vegas. And joining us to make the Apex look better, he is a former bare knuckle fighting heavyweight champion. Returned to the UFC where he after getting 3 huge wins, 2 wins at bare knuckle, and then 3 wins where he broke 2 guys' legs, and MMA on his way back to the octagon. He is now back, and we're going to welcome him as one of my favorite guys, one of the funniest dudes. And straight up, before I even bring him in and I say this face to face, he's listening. He's also a firefighter, and that's a tough job. And the fact that he chose that as a career after he got into the fighting, and goes out there and serves the public and takes care of people every day, that makes him even just so much more of a great human being. We're going to welcome into the show right now the Vanilla Gorilla. Please welcome Chase Sherman back to Cage Side with Christopher James. My man, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, he frozen.
What's up, man? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you.
All right. You were like frozen there for a second. I didn't know what was going on. It's like,
I don't know, man. I got internet, so I don't know what the problem is. We good?
We'll make the best of it. First, before we get into, and we're going to jump into you real quick with this stuff about USADA, but before I do that, for you guys that don't know, Chase is one of my favorite people. I've announced him at Island Fights a couple of times, and I consider Chase a friend. And my God, the man just got engaged to a most wonderful woman, his fiance Crystal, and then they got 2 kids. They each got a kid, and they got this beautiful little family. I just wanted to throw it out to him again from the bottom of my heart. So happy for you, and fighting success, firefighter success, all cool. Relationship success when you have the right person, everything else gravy. So congratulations on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, of course, man. I love you, bro. All right, so we're not even going to dilly-dally around. You came back to the UFC in May, took a short notice fight.
You good? Yeah, cool.
You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you came back in May, you took a short notice fight.
Yep.
And on fight day, you had a positive drug test from USADA. And subsequently, you've been suspended for 9 months, retroactive to May. So February, you can probably come back, I believe, February or March. So you reached out to me because you wanted to get your side of the story out. So I'm just going to sit back and let you tell your side. And what we would like to hear from you is the time frame of that substance that was in your system, why it was in your system. Was it in your system while you were fighting bare knuckle? And the suspension, by the way, guys, it wasn't for doping. It was for not disclosing that he might have had something in his system. So I want that to be clear because he didn't get suspended for doping, and there is a difference. So in your own words, Chase, just tell us how it all went down for you, brother.
Well, at the time that this all happened, can you hear me good? We good?
Yeah.
Okay. The time that this all happened, this was right at the beginning of May. So we were the kickoff of COVID, you know what I mean? Like everything was getting pretty serious. All the shutdowns were beginning. Everything was shut down at home. Everybody was waiting on a check to come in. Nobody was really able to fight. I didn't even know that there was a UFC coming up the following 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So when Dean told my mate signed to the UFC, and I was fighting May 13th, he called me on May 1st, and I was like, there aren't any fights. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it was all really out of nowhere, really, just a blessing. I hadn't had an MMA fight in over a year. Um, I was started doing bare knuckle, but so basically what had happened was back in February, late February of this year, I reached out to my dietitian, nutritionist. He's been with me for over like 3 years. He works with several other pro athletes. He's always been on top of his game with everything. He always checks to make sure we're following rules and regulations. And I kind of explained to him some things that were going on in my life, like personally, really into details, but just things doing like hormone imbalance. But the big thing was I was trying to conceive with my now fiance, Crystal, and he explained to me that my estrogen levels might be a little high. So I was like, well, okay, you make sure we weren't with your and stuff, and he sent me the anastrozole. Didn't even really think anything of it. I take it once per week or whatever, or once a day, and ran out and or finished in March. So fast forward May 1st, we're in the middle of COVID, get this phone call. I hadn't trained. I hadn't put my hands on anybody in over 2 months. All the gyms were shut down. So I get the phone call and say, hey, in 6 days, you're flying out to go fight in the UFC. So within those 6 days, I had to, I was still a fireman working 24 hours when I was a fireman. I was training my other athletes, my kids that play high school sports on my days off. I had to find time to train myself. I also had to be a dad. I had to do all the paperwork again, re-sign all the contracts. I had to go get my eye exam, my blood work, my physical. I had to get all my coaches' information, set up training schedules for them because everybody was pretty much shut down on lockdown, and had to get everybody together, had to get all their clothes sizes, had to do everything that's essentially required on top of doing USADA. So my brain was going a million miles an hour, So when I was filling out the paperwork for USADA, I was like, I'm just like, put all the supplements I was currently on, you know what I mean? They ask you to fill out everything you put in your body for over a year, from over-the-counter Tylenol to any kind of topical ointments. And I'm like, I don't remember, what I ate or drank yesterday, you know what I mean? So I put all my supplement that I was currently taking at the time, not thinking about an estrogen blocker I was taking, back in February, March. So
Hey, let me interrupt you for one. Let me interrupt you for 1 second, Chase. Just to be clear on the timeline. So you started taking the estrogen blocker in like February, because
late February.
You had a high estrogen level in your system, and you were trying to reduce that to conceive.
Well, that's what I didn't go to a doctor. Okay, that's what my nutritionist and dietitian had.
Okay.
Suggested was the issue. Obviously, I wasn't going to take steroids to get my testosterone higher. So that's what he had sent me. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay. So we fast forward to where we're, filling out the paperwork, filled out whatever I was in at that time. Didn't think nothing of it. Went about my own business. I trained for 6 days and flew out to the fight. You know what I mean? So we go to the fight. They test me right before the fight, get done. A couple weeks later, they come and tell me that I popped for anastrozole. At the time, I didn't know what that was. I was like, "What is that?" I just was told I was getting the estrogen sent to me back then, so I didn't really ask what the name of it was or anything like that. He tells me what to take, and I take it. You know what I mean? He complies with all the rules at the time, so never had an issue with him. So anyways. So they want to. So USADA wants to do further testing on me. They do the what we call is the carbon date. The urinalysis. It's like the most sensitive testing in the world.
Okay.
And they wanted to go back and check and see if there is any synthetic hormones, because your natural testosterone, from what I understand, and a synthetic hormone will put off two different like carbon numbers. You know what I mean? So they'll go and carbon date it. Same thing that they do to dinosaur fossils to determine how old they are, and they'll carbon date it for up to a year and a half.
So yeah, you froze up there, so we lost you there for a second.
Came back, and there was no synthetic hormones in my system.
No synthetic hormones. Okay, I got that. You keep freezing and breaking up, so I'm trying to repeat as much of what I can hear you say, so people can hear it.
Human errors.
Yeah, guys, he froze up there, but what he was saying was they wanted to carbon date his test, can go back and look over a year and a half of time to see if there was any synthetic hormones like, testosterone, HGH, things of that nature, because they produce different footprint on a cell and in the urine. What they found was there was no synthetic hormones were in his system at all. He didn't take this. He didn't take this blocker to block steroids or anything of that nature. He took this to hopefully reduce estrogen level. Yo.
There you go. Chris.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, you froze again. I think he switched phones and he froze. That's a scary looking freeze tube right there. When he's like I wouldn't want to fight that guy in an alley. So once he clicks back in, hopefully we'll get this all worked out here. His internet must be messing with him in the house. But USADA did find that there was no proof of any steroids, performance enhancing. He'll probably click back in. No proof of any performance enhancing drugs were found in his system. So hang on a second. I'm just typing him a message. Tell him to click back in. All right, here we go. We got him back. All right, so hey, welcome back.
Hey.
So I just told everybody basically what I got from the broken chat was USADA found no synthetic anything in your body, which proves that you weren't taking any steroids. So, and you were taking the blocker.
I was, I think I was done before. That was before. That was also before I ever got signed by the UFC. I finished taking that probably a month or so before I ever got signed.
Before you signed with the UFC, and just to be clear, in case anybody's going to ask the question, we'll throw it. And at no time during, even though it's not one of their rules, they're not sanctioned by USADA, but even when you were bare knuckle fighting championship, there was nothing like this in your system.
No, there wasn't anything. There wasn't anything in my system because I got done fighting bare knuckle. I think my last fight was November 16th. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
Of 2019, and I got that sent to me in February, late February. So all that was there. We provided all that to USADA because they want to know, obviously, that we're not cheating, trying to cheat in any platform. You know what I mean? Even to get to the UFC. Yeah. But
and the good thing is
all that was proven to them. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll get time served.
Nope. You get 9 months for failure to disclose. And what I was also going to say is the fact that the USADA test came back and said that they couldn't find any synthetic hormone or any steroids in your system because they carbon dated everything back, proves what you just said, that even during your time at bare knuckle, you were fighting like you always have as a clean athlete. You've never had any trouble with USADA before that I can recall. So, it sucks that you're going through this. Is there any way to get them to reduce suspension? Can your management do something about that, or is this just done? I mean, because it's the articles that came out said you accepted it, so that means case closed.
Yeah, well, we jumped through. Man, we did everything we could as far as full compliance with them because they wanted to do a year. You know what I mean? So the whole since the fight, we've been dealing with USADA. We've been they called me up and interrogate me, and they wanted to speak to our nutritionist. They call him up and interrogate him. They get a list of supplements from everything that has been taken or has been sent to me since, me and him got together, which was after 3 years. You know what I mean? They got all the payments. They got all the. They asked for the text messages, sent them all the text messages, sent them everything. And for the last year or so, and I'm like, okay, that's proof. Here we go. They're gonna. No, they knocked off 2 months at first, and then management talked them down to 9. So
That's cool. I mean, 9 months is shitty, but it's better than a year, and hopefully they'll get you back in there as soon as you're eligible to go. During this downtime, your last performance inside the octagon, you put on a show, man. You went out there and went to work, got a nice big win on your welcome back, and the road back to the octagon is probably much more difficult mentally than the road to get there the first time. So, you're back, and you're going to fight again. This too shall pass. This suspension shall be over. What will you work on during this time that maybe you wanted to see an improvement in what judging of yourself? What area do you want to most improve in MMA, and then maybe we'll see some surprises when you come back in February or March of next year.
Man, really, I just the biggest hole I had in my game the first round was my mental. Just psyching myself out a lot, putting more pressure on myself than I needed to. We kind of talked about this when we was in Jacksonville. I just felt like a different person in Jacksonville. I was enjoying the experience. I felt loose. I felt limber. I was just happy to be there. Was beforehand.
He froze again, right when it was getting good.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Chris.
Yes, I'm here.
That's crazy.
I can hear you. Yep, Chase is definitely a beast. They just want to keep this man from beating people up. I believe you there, Bobo. Yes. Bobo O'Bannon is watching. I can hear you, so just speak. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, we lost him again. He'll be back again. Yeah, that guy is definitely a beast. He's so much fun to be around. Like I said, he's a good family man, a good father. He's got so much going on positive in his life. All right, we're going to get him back again. It's been there. He is.
Hey, what kind of internet do y'all freaking require for this? I'm standing right by the modem.
I don't know, dude.
It's crazy.
Listen, in my house, I think we have 1,000 over 1,000 because my wife does work out of the home that she has to be connected to this huge network of shit, and I do this, so we need super strong internet. So it's no worries, dude. So you were saying you're mental. You felt good. Could I talk to you pre-fight? But after the fight, because you said you were comfortable, you were loose leading into the fight, you were relaxing. After the fight, you got to win, so obviously you're going to be in a good mood. But did it feel different after the fight because of the way you felt prior to the fight mentally?
I mean, it felt like I won. You know what I mean? I just felt like I belonged. I just feel a lot more confident, man. I've been there now, and it's the same every time. You know what I mean? It's the same walk. So, we're all living on borrowed time in UFC, so why not enjoy it while you're there? Work hard enough to get back to it and enjoy the experience, enjoy what I do, enjoy the craft, and it really shows whenever you go out there and have that sort of positive mindset and just really just try to display your skill set versus worry about winning or losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You said you felt like you belonged. Was that the first time in your UFC tenure that you really felt like you belonged, or was it a more powerful feeling of feeling like you belonged?
I felt like I belonged after my second win. You know what I mean? I went back to back, but I was still kind of weary. I was looking at a lot of different fighters and seeing their skill set, and I was all like, I was giving them a lot more credit than credit was due, and And now I watch the fights, and I'm like, okay, this isn't nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, this isn't nothing I can't handle. And then, going off to training camps and working with really world class guys, and then being able to, competitively go in there and spar, do live training, and feel confident with yourself. It all comes with time. It all comes with experience. And I'm really ready to get back in there and just start eating people's faces off, really.
Yeah, well, we're ready to watch you fight again, man. Like I said, from somebody who's had the privilege of announcing your name inside a fighting venue, and then watching you take you guys out with leg kicks, and two guys broken legs. I mean, just boom, 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 boom. It's 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 creepy, scary, to see that kind of power on display, and the technique they use, because it's not like you're just winging kicks out there. You practice these kicks. You're doing it with intent to take a guy out, and there are very few that can do that. So it's definitely something. If guys, if you've never seen Chase fight, go back and look at some of the Island Fight stuff he did recently, and look at the leg kick knockouts. It's scary to be sitting ringside and watching. You can hear it. And that was leading to the final question I had for you. Being inside the venue in Jacksonville for you, no fans in attendance. Did you enjoy that experience, or would you rather have fans?
I enjoyed the experience, especially going back for the first time, actually just getting to be a little bit more somber and stuff. Like we talked before, the crowd controls your heart rate a lot. A lot of people don't know that, but it does. That's why drill sergeants, like, when you go off the boot camp, they're yelling and screaming in your face to get your heart rate elevated. It's not like they're gonna like the stuff that you're doing. You could do a lot better if you were in a calm, cool, relaxed environment. If you got somebody, yelling, screaming, or booing. So it affects the way you breathe and the way your heart rate. So your cardio becomes a factor. Whereas there was nobody in there. It was just like practice. Stay composed, do what you're supposed to do. Obviously, there's a little bit of jitters there at the beginning, but it all went away. But I want the crowd back, man. I'm ready for the crowd. Even watching the fights is different. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's as important. I miss the crowd. I want. It makes it that much more exciting when you do get a win. You know what I mean? If the crowd.
Yeah, because it raises you up. Like you said, you feed off the crowd. All athletes do. So I don't know if you saw this before. So Bobo O'Bannon, he said, "Man, Chase is a beast. They just want to keep this man from beating people up." And then he said, "I bet he ends up with a pile of TKOs from leg kicks." I see that happening. I've watched it happen twice already. And then Vince Anderson popping on said, "Chase Sherman is a beast." That seems to be the general consensus, people that know you and watch what you do. So listen, bro, thank you for taking the time to talk about what a lot of fighters don't like to talk about, suspensions and what happened, and being open and honest about it, because some people don't like to go in the media and do that. So thank you for choosing us to get the word out. And you're always welcome here anytime. And we will. I'm going to say this on there. Chase and I were talking about, and we're not going to talk about it today, and I've talked with some other fighters about it. So I'm going to get a panel together, and we're going to talk about the policies of USADA and how they go about testing, and are they following the proper procedures when they're testing, as far as, especially in today's world with masks and gloves and all the stuff that they have to have. And I've talked to a few fighters since all this COVID stuff started, and I'm getting a lot of unhappy fighters talking to me. So we're going to talk about that another night. Chase is definitely going to be involved in that, because I asked him about it last night, and he does have an opinion, but we felt like him and I spoke about, we felt like today wasn't the day to have that conversation with you guys. He wanted to just talk about the specifics of his situation, and then we'll get in on the panel another time, and we'll definitely shed some light that you guys are going to be pretty shocked to hear some of the stuff that I've heard from Chase and others. So Chase, thank you so much for being here.
And I just want to say thank you to all the fans that will, stay out there and support me through all this, and that really back me up and know what and know what I'm about, and know that what my character is about, and who I am as an athlete. Know that I'm not some cheater. So, and if anybody wants to, challenge me in that aspect, otherwise I have slew full of proof. I have, whatever the case may be. But for all the ones that are out there that support me regardless, I appreciate y'all. We're gonna bounce back, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yep, definitely 100%. I mean, you got a lot of people there in your corner and a lot of people who care about you, know about you, And just one more thing, because I was just thinking, you're a firefighter and you guys have to take drug tests and stuff like that. So you can't be on the juice if you're in the firehouse. So, I mean, you're really, the profession you chose forces you to really be good all the time. You can't fuck around. So, I mean, it's just, unfortunate situation for you.
Yeah. I think I've had 13, 14 USADA tests within my 2.5 years I've been with the UFC. So never failed one. Never tested positive while being signed with the UFC. Never, nothing. So it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I needed to sit, get a little bit of a taste and just come sit on the sidelines for a little bit and get hungrier. It's been a hell of a last 4 months has been just crazy.
Maybe it's trying to.
That's another conversation, man.
Maybe the universe is also trying to remind you, because I remember when we talked about it in Jacksonville, you said something about
my brother. I didn't remember my brother. That's my little brother.
Little brother. What's up, little brother?
What's going on, man?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There's two of you. He's a big little brother.
Yeah.
But maybe the universe is also trying to say to you, to remind you, because you spoke to me about being humble, about getting back there and really appreciating where you're at, rather than taking it for granted. So, like you said, everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is just to remind you to stay humble, stay focused, be a good dad, be a good husband here in the future. When's the wedding, by the way? Have you guys picked a date?
Not yet. This just happened, haven't figured out a date. I was shooting for probably next fall,
All right, cool. Make sure I'm on the guest list, man. Me and the wife want to come and be there. I'll be. All right,
we might do that. We might do it out in Colorado. She's from Colorado, so we might do it out there. A little
cool
mountain wedding.
My wife and I
if it's on the beach, down here,
we'll be there. Well, listen.
We'll take care. I'll let you later.
Yep. Tell the family I said hello and everything. And again, congratulations to you and Crystal on taking that next level, man. That's beautiful, dude. That I'm telling you, I'm gonna cry. I gotta let you go. I'm gonna cry. Be good, man. Have a great night, man. And brother. Guys, that was Chase Sherman. He's stepping out, man. What a good guy. He came on the show and was open and honest about his USADA suspension. And, most guys don't talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want you to, hear it because, maybe some of them have something to hide. Chase is an open book. Like I said, he did something. He took something. It's an estrogen blocker, but USADA even cleared him on saying there's no proof of steroids ever being in his system at any time, as far back as they can test, which I guess he said the range is 18 months. So if he took this stuff in February before he fought in May and it was a lingering effect, it happens. He's taken suspension and, he'll be back. I'd like to thank Zion Tomlinson Sr. and Chase Sherman for taking time to join us tonight on the Cage Side with Christopher James show. As always, brought to you by our friends at Just Heart Apparel, East Coast, and Just Heart Apparel, either one. Thanks to Andrew Sanford taking part of the show. Thanks for you guys tuning in tonight. We are going to be back. For you guys that are late night animals, we're going to be back at 11:30 p.m. this evening, East time, so in about 2.5 hours. We're going to talk with UFC welterweight, Jeff Hands of Steel Neal is going to join us on the show. He's been on with us before. He's a good guy. He's got lots to talk about. From a nasty health scare that, put him in the hospital and, dialysis and all kinds of crazy stuff, to being able to be cleared to train again, to who we want. We're going to get his opinion on Khamzat Chimaev, who, now Leon Edwards got kicked out of the rankings for lack of activity, which I kind of find amusing. I mean, he turned out to fight, but they also didn't know, it's a whole back and forth. Everybody owns a little piece of this one. But now he's saying he'll fight Chimaev, when 2 weeks ago he's like, he does nothing for me. Now he's going to have to fight him. And I'm taking Chimaev. I'm going on record right now. I'm taking Chimaev to win that fight if it happens, because I don't jump on the hype train. You guys know me. It takes me a long time to get convinced about some of these guys. I'm on board with Chimaev. I agree with Dana White. This guy's a fucking the best prospect we've probably seen in a long freaking time. he is, to me, the best prospect we've seen in a long time, man. He's just going out there and killing it. Uber confident, able to deliver in all aspects of the fight game. And he's ready to smash heads. So anyway, we'll be back tonight, 11:30 with Jeff Neal from the UFC. Until then, I am Christopher James. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all, you've been Cage Side. Good night, everybody. And like I said, we'll be back 11:30. See you later.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
So it produces. There you go, baby.